Yes, as the Jesus and Mary chain, brothers Jim and William Reid spent a reclusive 5 years living on the dole at their parents' home in Glasgow. I wondered, did they spend all of that time planning to make records?
Some of it, I mean, we didn't sit for 24 hours a day thinking you're planning a group.
Well, I think we did subconsciously, yeah. There was, we were heading in a certain direction.
If we were normal people, we would have done it in a month or so, but we're terribly lazy, so it took 5 years.
Did you deliberately choose to go on the dole?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what choice have you got? You leave school and you spend like 10 years at school, which is basically directing you into a situation where you're working in a factory full of people you don't really want to be beside. And I tried factory living, and I didn't like it, so the dole was much better.
Well, how did you make the transition from living at home to suddenly an overnight success, if you like? I mean, did you make demos and somebody liked them?
Oh, yeah.
We went through all that demo stuff. I mean, that was totally soul destroying. We sent demos to everybody and got rejections all over the place. It wasn't really until that we got out there and done something we didn't want to do. I mean, with this idea that we'd become like megastars without ever playing live, and we soon realised that wasn't going to happen, because it all did. We eventually got to the stage we thought it's not going to happen unless we do some concerts. We did that, and it took off from there.
Your music is quite aggressive now. Is that a result of perhaps your reclusive lifestyle?
I don't think the music's so aggressive that you should be saying that. I think maybe what it might be is like 99% of the music industry seen record makers, artists like just make wimp out pop drivel, really, and because of that tends to make somebody like us look aggressive.
Yeah, I would never call it aggressive. It's not passive, but it's not aggressive. I mean, the whole Darklands LP was there was a certain mood there, but it wasn't aggression.
The interesting thing at the time of the first album was there was these great pop melodies buried under a lot of sort of noise. I mean, was that an intentional move, or?
Well, it wasn't an accident, that's for sure. So, yeah.
Living and playing together and being brothers, that must sometimes get a bit strained.
Well, I think it did in the beginning. Yeah, it was weird because we'd always had our own circle of friends. We never really associated with each other socially, and then all of a sudden we had to travel the world together in the back of a van or whatever. But we've coped very well. I don't think we could have done it without each other, really. Touring is so soul destroying, really. It doesn't do your morale any good. It's good to have somebody you can trust and understand what you're going through. That's the way I feel about it, anyway.
I've read that when you play live, you're actually quite detached from your audience. Now, is that intentional?
Well, it's the only way it can be, really, without being a phony, fake pile of shit. Really, it's because the other side of the world, I don't know these people in front of me. I'm having quite a good time doing a gig, but to try and imply some kind of fake friendship thing with your audience I'm not interested in it at all. I mean, we play the gig, we play our songs, that's what we do, and to say, well, how you doing, New Zealand, are you ready to rock? I'm not interested in it, there is a detachment. We're the group, they're the audience. There is, no matter what you say, no matter which fake, image you put forward, there's a barrier, there's a group and an audience.
Well, you're quite uncompromising, but at the same time you've stated that you want to be successful and appear on top of the pops and have chart success. Do you think you can achieve that without compromising yourselves?
Yeah, we've done it. I mean, we've been on top of the pops, and sometimes you've got to compromise in certain issues, but one thing we never compromise on, and that is the music. Doing interviews and doing photo sessions or whatever, that's the big compromise, I think, really. But as I say, making the records it's us. personal and it's just the way we want to do it.